The regular flow of the Usatf online course certification system was designed to fully process most, but not all, types of road courses submitted for certification. Some applications still need to be reviewed outside of the system and can only be partially processed online. This is due to the complexity of some applications as well as other factors that will be covered in this video. As a result, the kinds of courses that fall into this hybrid category of certification processing will still require the measurer to email the traditional PDF application packet to the regional certifier, as is currently done. In this video, we will review this hybrid certification process that certifiers and final signatories will need to use in reviewing and certifying courses not handled through the main processing flow. While this video is primarily intended for certifiers and other final signatories, it will also be useful to measurers who submit certification applications to a regional certifier. It is important to know that this alternate hybrid processing of certifications applies only to road courses and not to calibration courses, which will be processed completely online. After the emailed application submission is reviewed outside of the system, the rest of the certification process, including signing the certificate and stamping the map, is completed within the system. It is important to point out that processing these LDE courses through the system will require both final signatories as well as regional certifiers. When certifying courses, they measure themselves to follow the same procedures for uploading the PDF application forms and map to the system so that all material for the application is accessible for secondary review by the Vice Chair and Course Registrar. On receiving the measurer's emailed application forms and map, the certifier manually reviews the application as is currently done, checking the accuracy of the calibration constants, the measurement rides of the course, as well as calculating the percent difference between the two course measurements and other calculations as necessary. To reiterate, all of this is done by the certifier outside the system. Having completed the review, the certifier or final signatory then signs into the online system and clicks on the Limited Data Entry, or LDE, button displayed at the top left of the main dashboard. Clicking this button activates the LDE module, bringing up a reduced data input form for the certifier to fill out. It is important to note that the LDE function is available only to regional certifiers as well as other users who have the FS status for certifying a course that they measured themselves. The LDE module form requires the certifier or final signatory to upload PDF copies of the application, the course map, and any supporting documentation. Next, the certifier selects the course type and fills out the reduced set of data items needed to complete the certification in areas that cover general information such as the course name, distance, city, and date, contact information for the measurer and the race contact, number of course measurements and the date of the measurement, or dates if multiple measurements are submitted over different days, and the drop and separation, as well as other metrics such as elevation data that the certifier or FS calculate outside the system. After submitting the completed LDE form, the system generates a measurement certificate for approval and signature by the certifier or FS. Next, the certifier or FS affixes a movable, resizable stamp with the certificate ID code and valid dates of the certification to the course map. Then the system completes the process by assembling the certification packet and forwards the course to the appropriate vice chair for secondary review. When the VC approves the certified course, it goes to the course registrar for final approval and entry into the database. At either of these secondary review stages, as with courses processed completely online, a course processed through this hybrid LDE module can also be denied, sending it back down the chain of reviewers to the certifier or an FS who certified the course, along with a note about the items on the certificate or map that need to be corrected.